I decided to come to China because I'd been here studying before, and I thought that it'd be a good opportunity to come back and work in China hands-on and complete my experience here and make myself more competitive in the job market back in the United States. I enjoy it. It's a unique experience. I think that everyone should try living here at least one time. You meet many great new people from all over the world, more so than probably in most people's hometowns. And it's a small community of foreigners, and you get to know good new people pretty quickly who are also ambitious as well. And it's also fun meeting new Chinese coworkers. Many of them speak foreign languages, speak English, and they help you learn Chinese as well if that's something that you're doing. This is my third time in China, so I've been to Harbin, Beijing, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Yangshuo, Hong Kong, and Shanghai, of course. Shanghai is the best city, hands down. I do love Hong Kong, but it's hard to get started in Hong Kong as a fresh graduate. So maybe someday I'll move to Hong Kong, but Shanghai is the place to be at this age. My favorite things to do in Shanghai, I would have to say definitely the nightlife brings people back time and time again. I enjoy that. I also enjoy all the different food you can get. It's not only great different types of Asian food, but also food from all over the world. There's great German restaurants, great British pub type restaurants. You can have it all in one city. Not too difficult at all, as long as you plan ahead and think of where you're going to live based off of where you're going to work. And the rail system's great. I take the metro almost everywhere, so I think if you plan for it, it's pretty easy. Also, taxis are very affordable, especially when you're used to taxi rates that are so high in different countries. It's a relief to come here, but I think everyone realizes once they've been here for a while that even taxis seem a little bit more expensive compared to the metro, so usually the metro is easiest. Well, I've been in my internship so far for about a month, and what I've gained so far is a better understanding of how a Chinese company works compared to an American company. I worked in an American company at home for a few months before coming here, and it's interesting to see the different dynamics within a Chinese company, more team-oriented, less about the individual and more about how you're helping everybody as a whole. And I think it's valuable experience in any company when you do decide to leave China. I've chosen to work here long term, so I'm looking forward to building more skills and working with Chinese co-workers, and also to gain better knowledge of the industry as well. The Chinese work culture is definitely a little more relaxed than I'm used to in the United States. Things don't move quite as fast as they do in American companies. However, people are very willing to help you and set things aside to make sure that you're advancing as well, and it's a much more inclusive environment. Yeah, the work environment's very nice. I love the company I'm at. It's a nice office, it's good location, and everyone's very friendly. We've been working on overcoming cultural differences, not only with working with Chinese, but also with the other foreign interns who are working here as well. So it's been a great, rewarding experience learning how to work across cultures. I found Get Into China on LinkedIn originally. It showed up as, I think it was a recommended page to follow. And it was at a point where I was trying to decide what to do in my career right after graduating. So I kind of took it as a sign that I should look into it more and go back to China like I had originally planned, but didn't quite know how to do it. The support's been well. I've constantly have received updates from Gi2C, always planning events, letting interns know about certain things going on in the city, and For me personally, my third time being here, I was able to pick up on things a little easier myself and manage things myself. However, I've noticed other interns have benefited greatly from their partnership with Gi2C, whether it's help for apartment, accommodation, help getting around, or just information on what to do for a weekend. I think that the funniest thing that happens is a lot of times on the subways. For instance, this morning I was just explaining to a coworker, I was riding the subway here, and a man had his phone camera right in my face, just snapping pictures. And I smiled at him, but he didn't even make an expression. So I think there's definitely some funny run-ins that you have in the city with local Chinese who may have not seen a foreigner before. But yeah, that's kind of the funnier things that happen on a regular basis. My advice I would give to other interns is to make sure to plan very well before you come, such as accommodations, what you plan on doing for transportation, where you want to be located, and give more thought to whether or not you want to do the Gi2C accommodations. It makes things a lot easier when you come, and you can pick up and go right away. Even being here before in my past, I thought I could pick up and get my apartment accommodations on my own a little easier, but it took so much time that in retrospect, I wish I would have taken more advantage of the accommodations offered by Gi2C.